The first sign is not a headline. It is a beep. You tap your card at the store, and the screen hangs, then flashes error. You try again. The cashier says it has been happening all morning. Someone behind you mutters about the bank. On the way out, you pass the ATM, out of service. The one across the street shows a blue screen. People stand in front of both like they can shame them back to life. You check your phone. Payments down. Temporary issue. Try later. That is the story on hour 1. Glitch, inconvenience, jokes about back to cash. Here is the problem. Your city does not run on cash. It runs on numbers moving between banks. When those numbers stop moving for real, panic does not hit all at once. It comes in waves over the first 24 hours. This is what those waves look like and what you should do in each one, from the first declined card to the moment people stop trusting plastic at all. Hours 0 to 4. It is just a glitch. At the start, most people are polite about collapse. The system says temporary outage. Your brain believes it because that is easier than the other option. Card fails at the grocery, you try a second card.
You watch the cashier try 3 times. You pay in cash if you have it. You tell yourself it is fine. Same at the gas station, same at the coffee shop. Screens freeze, terminals reboot, staff roll their eyes. Nobody thinks this is day 1 of money failure. They think annoying. Here is what changes under that calm surface. ATMs go down first in chunks, 1 or 2, then whole corners. The ones that stay on get lines. People in those lines do not yet feel scared. They feel impatient. They hit the balance button, they take out a little more than usual, but not all they can. Small stores try hard to pretend nothing is wrong. They tell you card is down, cash only, and expect you to shrug and come back later. Some write it on paper and stick it to the door with tape. They are still in the "it will be fixed by tonight" phase. Your bank app loads slow or not at all. When it does load, it shows the same numbers as yesterday. That feels safe, even though you cannot touch them. In these first hours, you have a choice. You can treat it like a glitch and do nothing, keep topping,
Keep hoping. Or you treat it like a warning shot. You look at your physical money like it is water. Count what is in your wallet, in drawers, in a box. You do not panic. You do not sprint to the nearest ATM mob. You make a simple rule. You stop burning notes on small wants. No impulse drinks, no extra snacks, no "I will pay you back later" lunch. Cash moves only for things that keep you safe, warm, fed, or moving. If you pass a working ATM with a short line, you use it once. 1 withdrawal, not 10. You do not broadcast that you are suddenly loaded. You fold that cash so it looks ordinary, not thick. You do not brag about pulling your money out to strangers in line or to the internet. If this becomes serious, people will remember who said they had stacks on them. The mission in hours 0 to 4 is simple. Quietly move from no cash plan to basic cash buffer, while everyone else is still laughing at the error screens. Next, we hit hours 4 to 12. That is when lines get longer, tempers shift, and you see the first fights over money that does not exist in physical form.
By now, the glitch feels less cute. The same temporary issue message has been up all day. People start to notice patterns. ATMs that were empty in the morning stay empty. A few still work, but everyone has a line that now looks nervous, not bored. People keep checking their phones while they wait. They look at each other's hands and pockets more. Inside banks, staff repeat the script. Systems are down. We are working on it. No, we cannot give you large withdrawals right now. People who ask for big amounts get polite stone walls. Small businesses start to split into 2 camps. Some switch to strict cash only. They tape handwritten signs on the door. Cash only, cards down. Inside, they move slower. They count notes 3 times. The tip jar looks fatter. They start to round prices and ask for exact cash because they do not want to burn through change. Others try hacks. They write down card numbers to run later. They ask people to sign IOUs or tabs with phone numbers. They trust regulars and turn strangers away. A few try peer-to-peer payment ops, hold their phone up and pray the network still coughs a signal through. You start to hear the same questions on repeat. When will it be fixed? Can you hold this for me if I come back with cash? Can I pay you later? Fights show up first at the edges.
Someone gets to the ATM after an hour in line and finds it empty. Someone else claims the last bag of something and waves cash while a card user argues that it is not fair. Under all of that noise is one simple shift. Trust in plastic drops. Trust in promises drops with it. From this point on, most people only believe in three things: cash in hand, goods in hand, people they know well. For you, the rules change too. First, you stop trying to fix the system yourself. You do not run from store to store hoping to find the one whose terminal still works. That burns fuel, time, and attention. If cards come back, you will know soon enough from everyone shouting about it. You focus on your own balance sheet. How much cash do you have? How much food, fuel, and medicine do you have? How many bills must be paid right now to keep a roof or keep power if it returns? You pay only what protects those three. Second, you do not flash what you carry. Thick wads of notes, visible wallets, and loud stories about pulling everything from the bank mark you as a walking prize. You keep small amounts easy to reach, a bit in your front pocket.
A bit hidden deeper, you never pull the whole roll in public unless you have no choice. You break large notes in safer, calmer places, not at night in crowded lines. Third, you shop like this might last. You do not buy toys, upgrades, or comfort luxuries with physical cash in this window. You aim for things that stretch your options if this problem goes from one day to many. Staple food, basic hygiene, fuel if it is still fair and calm, simple repair items for home. If prices start to drift up, you notice, but you do not scream at staff who do not design this mess. Anger wastes energy and marks you as drama in a room where everyone is already tense. Fourth, you watch for early scams. Anyone offering cash back for a fee on broken systems. Anyone buying notes at a discount because cash will be worthless soon. Anyone pushing weird digital workarounds that need your card numbers in a parking lot. All of that is risk. You are not here to outsmart the banking system in one afternoon. You are here to keep your small pile of real money and real goods intact. By the end of hour 12, most people know this is not a short glitch. They may not say the word failure yet, but they act like it. Cards are now weak, cash is strong and loud. The next shift is simple.
People with no physical money start to panic. People with some start hiding it and holding it tighter. Deals start to move into back rooms, side doors, and between friends, while official channels keep repeating, "Please wait." You will be standing on one side of that line or the other. By the time you hit the 12-hour mark, the message has stopped feeling temporary. News, if you get any, is vague. Technical issue, network disruption, working to restore service. Nobody gives a clear deadline. Nobody wants to say tomorrow and be wrong. That silence drives people harder than any bad headline. Here is what starts to change. First, prices wobble. Some shops lock prices where they were. They are too busy to reprint signs. They care more about keeping doors open and not getting yelled at. Others start to slide. Discounts vanish. 2-for-1 deals disappear. In some places, staff look at the shelf, look at the line, and add a quiet extra on top. They will not call it gouging. They will call it covering costs or cash handling fee. For you, it is the same. Less for more. Second, selection thins in a pattern. Fresh treats go first. Meat, ready food, snacks. People buy comfort when they are scared. They want to feel normal, so they burn cash on the same things they bought last week. Then come staples: rice, pasta, cans.
Flour, oil, battery packs, small gas canisters, basic medicine, the boring stuff. If you shop during this window, you do the opposite of panic. You skip the comfort food. You aim at staples. You do not clear the shelf into your cart in front of a tense line. That paints a target on your back and your trunk. You take enough to pad your home, but not enough to look like a raid. Third, informal credit dies. Before, you might have been able to say, "I'll get you back next week," to a local shop. That trust shrinks fast now. The owner has watched a day of errors, promises, and people angry about declined payments. They start saying, "Sorry, cash only," even to faces they know. Tabs close, favors shrink, next time stops. If you still have people or places that trust you, you treat that trust like a resource. You do not blow it all on junk. You use it, if you must, for things that matter once, not constantly. Fourth, crime shifts shape. Big, loud crime may not spike yet. Police still try to show presence. Most people still believe it will be fixed soon.
What does show up is small, sharp theft and pressure. A snatched wallet in a crowd around the one working ATM. A fight near a gas pump when someone jumps the cash line. Someone following an older person who paid with visible cash to the parking lot. This is the hour band where you do not walk around with anything you cannot afford to lose sticking out of your pockets.
You carry less, close to the body. You stay off your phone in public lines. You keep your head up instead of scrolling while you wait. Fifth, new currencies wake up. People start trading small things because official money feels stuck. Cigarettes, fuel, painkillers, phone charges, bottled water, food you can eat with no cooking. You do not need to join every swap. You take note of what people want most. That tells you what to guard at home. In your own life, the job in hours 12 to 24 is simple. Stabilize your little economy.
Count what you have in 4 piles: physical money, food and water, fuel and power, medicine and hygiene. You stop thinking, how do I get more right now? And start thinking, how long does this stack last if cards do not come back for days? You cut burn rate where you can. Fewer trips, fewer lights, fewer non-essential miles. You accept one hard truth. Any cash you spend now at bad rates and in bad moods is gone, whether the system recovers tomorrow or next month. You do not panic buy status. You quietly buy time.
At the end of day 1, the system has drawn a line. People split into 3 broad groups. People with no cash and no plan, people with some cash and no control, people with a small, boring plan and the discipline to stick to it. The first group depends on luck and favors. They borrow, they beg, they start selling small valuables to people who have notes. They wait for the system to turn back on because they do not see another path. The second group has cash but treats it like a glitch day sale. They still buy wants, they still live like yesterday. They flash thick wallets. They make themselves interesting to everyone in bad lines. If this crisis ends soon, both of those groups might laugh it off later. If it does not, they burn through their margin in the first 24 hours and hit day 2 already in trouble. The third group is you if you did this right. You did not sprint. You did not hoard like a movie villain in front of a camera. You did not pretend nothing changed. You quietly turned early working ATMs into 1 extra withdrawal, not 10. Stopped trading notes for comfort and kept them for needs. Grabbed staples and boring essentials, not treats, during the first wave. Lowered your spending in every category that is not food, fuel, or shelter. Watched for scams, pressure, and rising tension instead of arguing about it. Now, if the system comes back on day 2, you lose nothing. You still have extra food and some cash. You can go back to plastic and routine. If it does not, you walk into the second day with a little more in your pocket, a little more on your shelves, and less need to stand in lines that are starting to look like problems. The whole game in the first 24 hours is not to predict the future. It is to accept that a world running on invisible numbers will feel very different the first day those numbers stop moving. Most people will react late. You are trying to be in the smaller group that saw the first decline beep for what it was, a tiny, ugly hint that you should start treating physical cash, food, and fuel like limited tools, not like props in a glitch story you hope will be over by tonight.